It is I, Mysterio, here with your Impact review. Ah, yes, TNA, very good promotion. Very good indeed, very good. Anyway, we start off the night. It is open fight night, and we have a cheesy segment with Hulk Hogan talking to Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, Bully Ray, and AJ Styles. There's cheesy music playing in the background, making the show seem like it is The Apprentice, but it is not. It is a professional wrestling show. So I ask, what the fuck is this all about? Anyway, it is no surprise that the biggest piece of shit in the room, Bully Ray, is voted off first. In the first match, Gail Kim and Madison Rayne challenge ODB and Eric Young. Very curious why it was not for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Anyway, the match is a piece of shit. Madison Rayne does not know what she is doing in the ring. ODB is decent, she tries. Eric Young is a piece of shit and very worthless. We learn from the announcers that Brooke Hogan is going to appear for the first time on Impact Wrestling next week to be in charge of the Knockouts. Why they are doing this is beyond me. Brooke Hogan knows nothing about this wrestling promotion or wrestling in general. Very curious indeed. In the second match, RVD issues a challenge to Gunner. Why are they having this match now is beyond me, because this matchup was had in January, so this feud is very old. Why are they having this match in May? Anyway, Gunner is a piece of shit. He looks like a fucking jobber. Very boring offense from Gunner, who's in control most of the matchup, but then quickly RVD defeats him with the 5-star frog splash. Yes, a 5-star frog splash indeed, but definitely not a 5-star match. Be gone! In the next match, Devon gets on the mic and tells Garrett Bischoff to get out there so they can have a matchup. Very slow matchup. It looks like they are in slow motion. Garrett Bischoff looks very uncomfortable in the ring. Very uncomfortable indeed. Devon is not a worthy champion or singles wrestler. They should release both men immediately. Anyway, pieces of shit Robbie E and Robbie T come in. The first move Devon gives them, Robbie T botches it. A shoulder block, Robbie T no-sells it. And he barely falls down. Doesn't fall down at all, in fact. Very shitty. Devon gives him a clothesline. He doesn't even look like he knows how to fall out of the ring. Devon and Garrett Bischoff, fucking horrible matchup. I hope they never have a rematch. Garrett Bischoff is a piece of shit. Next out, we have Jeff Hardy is voted off because Hulk Hogan says that his wins are too close together. How the fuck does this make any sense? If his wins are too close together, isn't that a good thing? Doesn't he mean his wins are too far apart? But Jeff Hardy has done nothing but win lately. So this little statement makes no sense at all. It makes Hulk Hogan look like a jackass. And the fact that this show is taped and they did not edit this little statement is beyond me. It just shows that Impact is not ready to go live. When it does go live, I am worried very greatly for their future. Next up, Bully Ray comes out and challenges Joseph Park, who is coincidentally sitting in the audience looking like a fucking jackass. He calls him in the ring. Joseph Park's acting is abysmal, and for some reason he is scared to get in the ring with Bully Ray. Why is he scared? When 2 weeks ago he was in the ring with him and did not seem scared at all. Very curious. Joseph Park says that they are going to have a trial right in front of all the Impact fans. He asks for their approval whether or not he is guilty. The fans say he's guilty. Bully Ray punches him in the stomach. Shitty segment, very cheesy. I did not like it. Next segment. We see that Joey Ryan, this man looks like a gay porn star. I am not impressed at all. His gay mustache and goofy appearance makes him look nothing more than a ham and egg, and it would be pointless to sign such a stupid-looking superstar. Anyway, he faces off Austin Aries. A very short match, and this is not a good way to get a feel for Joey Ryan, because he did barely have any offense in this matchup. So I do not see the point of having this match when it is supposed to showcase Joey Ryan when all he did was get the shit beat out of him for the majority of the match. Next up, we have Hulk Hogan telling Kurt Angle and AJ Styles to get ready for their match because in the ring they will decide who will face Bobby Roode. It turns out to be AJ Styles. The matchup begins and it is very slow, very boring. Lots of rest holds and meaningless offense from Bobby Roode. But in the last 6 or 5 minutes or so it picks up and it is pretty good action. I give the match about 2 stars. They tried. It's just a shame that AJ Styles had to carry most of the match. It was a little bit anticlimactic. Not that I didn't like the finish, but it seemed to come out of nowhere when AJ Styles flew right into Bobby Roode's knees. Bobby Roode hits a fisherman suplex and pins him. At the end of the show, Sting appears. He barely gets a reaction. Nobody gives a shit because Bobby Roode looks like he is terrified of a 50-year-old plus man. Who would be scared of some psychopath who is painting his face like the Joker? Certainly not I. This is stupid. Next week we find out there will be a lumberjack match between the two. Well, I can't say I'm looking forward to this. In Sting's old age, all he does is botch. Very unimpressive. This episode of Impact sucked very much. The last match was fairly decent, but definitely not worth watching. I bid you adieu. Fuck you, motherfuckers.